sun stretched over the vast plains of the Maasai land, painting the sky with hues of amber and crimson. A cool breeze carried the scent of acacia trees, whispering secrets of the past to those who cared to listen. It was on this fateful day that young Naserian received a gift she would never forget. Her grandmother, the village matriarch, placed a beautifully beaded necklace around her neck. Each bead told a story: red for bravery, blue for the sky and rain, green for the land's fertility, and white for peace. But among the smiling faces stood Nalangu, Naserian's cousin. Her heart burned with envy as she watched the beaded necklace shimmer in the sunlight, its colors vibrant with meaning and history. She clenched her fist, her breath hitching in quiet frustration. Why should Naserian, and not her, receive such an honor? Had she not also proven herself worthy? The weight of always being in her cousin's shadow pressed heavily on her spirit, a constant reminder that she was never deemed the first choice. That night, as the village slept under the watchful gaze of the moon, a storm of emotions swirled within Nalangu, pushing her toward a fateful decision. She crept into Naserian's hut, careful not to make a sound. The necklace lay beside Naserian, glowing softly in the dim light, its intricate beads casting tiny reflections onto the earthen walls. With trembling hands, Nalangu reached for it, her fingers grazing its smooth surface before she seized it and fled into the darkness, her heart hammering in her chest. She slipped it around her neck, expecting a surge of power and wisdom to flood her soul. Instead, an unnatural chill ran down her spine, and the air around her thickened with an eerie stillness. The next morning, the village awoke in dismay. Naserian's cries of sorrow echoed through the air as she searched frantically for her sacred necklace, her voice laced with despair. The elders gathered, their brows furrowed with concern, for they knew well that a stolen blessing carried with it a heavy curse, one that would bring misfortune to all who dared to claim what was not rightfully theirs. Nalangu, however, held her head high, convinced that she had finally outwitted fate. But as the days passed, unsettling events began to unfold. Her father's cattle, once the pride of their family, fell ill, their ribs showing through their thinning hides. The river near her family's hut, a source of life and sustenance, shrunk until it became nothing more than a stretch of cracked earth. At night, the wind carried whispers, soft, sorrowful voices calling her name, filling her with an unshakable dread. Fear crept into Nalangu's heart. She went to the village elder, hoping for a remedy, but the elder only looked at her with knowing eyes. A blessing given in love cannot be stolen. Return what is not yours, or the spirits will not be kind. Tears welled in Nalangu's eyes as the weight of her actions crashed over her like a mighty wave. She had let jealousy cloud her heart, and now she faced the wrath of the ancestors. That night, she knelt before Naserian, her hands trembling as she held out the necklace, her voice breaking with remorse. I was blinded by envy. Please, forgive me. Naserian, though hurt, took her cousin's hands in hers. Jealousy is a heavy burden, but forgiveness is the path to peace. She took back her necklace, and as soon as it touched her skin, the winds shifted, carrying with them the scent of rain. The land sighed in relief, and the village rejoiced as the dark spell was lifted. From that day forward, Nalangu learned the value of a pure heart. And as she walked beside Naserian, no longer as a rival, but as a sister, she understood that true fortune was not in stolen blessings, but in the